accused of crimes so heinous, he faces the possibility of spending the rest of his life behind bars. He's denied all charges. And just a warning, this story contains accounts, descriptions, and visual content of actual or alleged events that some may find disturbing.
Before we begin, please be advised that viewer discretion is strongly recommended. None of the content presented here has been exaggerated or taken out of context. These are the exact statements made by the prosecution team and Cassie Ventura in a federal court on May 14, 2025. Some words have been censored to comply with YouTube's guidelines. What you're about to hear is a voiced-over reading of the Day 3 testimony from the Sean Diddy Combs trial. Source: courtroom reporter at Inner City Press on X.com. All parties are presumed innocent until proven guilty. Listen at your own discretion. What you're about to hear is the full testimony given by Cassie Ventura today from beginning to end.
Miss Ventura, I just handed you 2 drives. What is on them, GX8?
Messages and photos from my devices.
Yesterday, you testified about Sean going armed to look for Suge Knight.
Sean took guns with him.
And he told you to ask the escorts if they were cops.
I would begin by saying I was not a cop.
Sean told you to do that.
Yes.
What happened when you fought back?
I did that more earlier in the relationship. It would make him more violent, want to push me harder.
At this moment, the defense objected on ground of speculation, but was overruled.
How would Sean react if you fought back?
Anger.
I'm going to show you the LA Intercontinental Hallway again. Play from 143 to 146. Who enters?
Sean.
What's in his hand?
He doesn't appear to have anything.
Play to 159. Now anything in his hand.
My phone.
How did he get it?
Well, he took all of my stuff.
Where does he end up?
Sitting in a chair in front of the window.
What are you doing?
I'm walking away from him.
Now who's in the video?
Me and security.
In this one, play from 531. Where did you go from the hotel?
I took an Uber.
Now let's turn to text messages. Can you read page 4?
Please call, I'm surrounded.
Who sent that?
From Sean, he was running around in a towel. I told him to put the robe on.
Who sent these green messages?
I did. I wrote to Sean, Jules left. As long as you're quiet, you can stay, peace.
Who was Jules?
Escort.
Is this Jules?
Yes.
B606 and 607 side by side.
That's me, a selfie of me with a fat lip.
When did you take it?
In the Uber with one of my phones.
What did you write here?
I said, please stay away from me.
And what does he say?
He says I'm getting arrested.
Was he?
I don't think so.
What did you write back?
Plugging my phone in and going to bed.
Who was at your home when you got there?
Carrie Morgan, she was upset when she saw me. She called the police.
Did you speak with them?
Yes, but I didn't say who I was talking about and they left.
Why?
I wasn't ready.
Did Sean try to come to your apartment?
Yes, he was banging. That was pretty normal from him, but this is a pretty private building.
Did you hear from Miss Karam that day?
Yes, and I went to see D-Rock and his wife to try to feel safe.
In this photo, what are you wearing?
A gown and sunglasses. I had a black eye.
What, if any, other bruising was visible?
I had several bruises on my leg, but I changed clothes.
What's this?
Me and Sean at the after party.
I'm going to show you escorts. Do you know the name of this person?
No.
In what cities did you use him?
New York.
Who's this?
Islander. He was on Latin Men. We used him in LA and maybe Vegas.
Who's this 2A616?
We called him Tommy.
Who is this?
I know him as Greg, an escort in Miami.
Who's this?
Jonathan. We saw him in Miami.
Who's this red baseball cap backwards?
I don't know. He looks familiar from the freak-offs.
What did you write here?
This is all we do. I'm just getting back on track. I'm sure you can call Kim or something.
What did you mean by this is all we do?
Freak-offs.
Did you try to avoid anything in the freak-offs?
I tried to avoid kissing. It seems too intimate, but Sean told me to do it to kiss the escorts.
What did Sean ask you to do on your 29th birthday?
A freak-off. He had me pulled out of the Blind Dragon for the freak-off, some security.
What about blackmail material?
He wanted me to fear.
At this moment, the defense objected, but was overruled.
When would Sean mention the freak-off videos?
To hurt me. One time I was dating someone else and he threatened to release the freak-off videos. I'd have to answer to my mother. It's horrible and disgusting. No one should do that to anyone.
What did Sean say the impact would be?
Shame.
Let me show you a chat. Who's on it?
Me and Sean, July 22nd, 2013.
Read your message.
I wrote, please delete the videos off your phone. Too many people have access to your devices. He said, no iCloud, all good, Ambien kicking in.
At this point, the prosecution requested a sidebar, and the judge then called for a break to change some things in the courtroom. During the break, Combs was seen sitting at the defense table, speaking with his lawyer, Xavier Donaldson. After that, the prosecution stated there were issues with the privacy screens and said they would put that off and do something else now. Then they brought the jury and Cassie Ventura back into the courtroom and continued.
I offer more exhibits. What did you say here?
I'd been told there was a sexually explicit video out there about me. I reached out to Sean.
Then what?
We were driving back to NYC from Atlantic City to talk to this DJ Woo Kid.
Did that happen?
At a restaurant.
What was security's role?
To intimidate, they were lining the rooms.
Who was there?
Uncle Powley James Cruz.
How would you recover from a freak-off?
I'd take O's, I wanted to feel numb. We'd get massages, IV fluids, the chef would cook us something.
How often did you take O's after freak-offs?
Often, I got urinary tract infections.
Were the UTIs painful?
Very, antibacterials didn't work anymore.
How did it feel during freak-offs?
Burning, I would not advise it.
Let's read this out loud.
I have all these sores on my tongue, I have another UTI.
What sores?
Friction in my mouth.
From what?
Oral censored.
You said another UTI, then sad face emoji.
I was open with him about them.
So you feel sick.
Why are you sorry? I took the blame for things.
Which escort would go to censored, clubs with you and Sean?
Jules.
The escort from the Intercontinental in LA.
Yes.
Did you want to have sex with Jules ever?
No, but I knew him.
Why did you do it?
Sean.
Who was present when Sean put his hands on you at freak-offs?
Sometimes the escort was there too.
In the same room?
Yes, Jules.
And in the suite?
Yes.
Were they aware?
At this moment, the defense objected, but was overruled.
Yes, the escorts would ask me if I was okay afterward.
In what cities did he put his hands on you?
New York, Los Angeles, Miami.
How frequently?
Too frequently.
What's the Abbey?
A gay club in LA. I went there with my friend.
Where were you going?
To a music festival in Canada run by Drake. Sean came to my home and tried to attack me. I was thrown into the bed frame.
What's this?
A photo of my eye afterwards.
Who took you to the doctor?
D-Rock.
Did you send this photo to Sean?
Yes, and I wrote so you can remember. I wanted him to be sorry about it at least.
In this photo, where were you?
In the green room in Toronto. I put my hair over my eye, then we went to the Hamptons. Sean wanted to have a freak-off in the Hamptons. We got a hotel and an escort.
Which one?
Dave's. I took GHB. I went into a G-hole and blacked out. I woke up nude in the shower. Dave and Sean were freaking out. I bugged out. It wasn't pretty.
Then what?
I spoke to a friend of Sean's and then we had a freak-off.
What's this?
My eyebrow healed up a little bit. A week later, I have a permanent scar on my eyebrow.
What's this?
Me at the Cannes Festival.
What happened at Cannes?
Sean accused me of taking censored from his boat. He threw me off, but my passport was still on the boat.
And you were on the red carpet that same night?
Yes.
Did you attend the movie?
Yes.
How did you get back to New York?
On a commercial flight. I traded my seat to get away, but he traded to get next to me.
What did he show you?
Freak-off videos. He played them for me on one of his laptops. He said he'd release them.
How did you feel?
Drabbed.
When you landed in New York, what did you do?
We went to dinner, then he wanted to have a freak-off, so we had a freak-off.
Why did you do it?
To make him not threaten me.
Let's read these from June 13th, 2013. Had Sean been violent with you before this?
Yes.
Had you told him before you didn't want to do freak-offs?
Yes.
You said you needed GHB.
Yes, and that 2 escorts weren't available. I wrote, only Paul available or Jake, the white guy, but he can't do until 11. The other guy can do earlier. It's just one more person knowing our secret.
What did you mean?
The freak-offs.
What is SLS?
A hotel in Hollywood.
When would you take Valium before a freak-off?
When I had anxiety, Sean's driver was bringing me the Valium. It was Raheem, I think.
I have a binder for the court. The gallery will not be able to see these exhibits. Miss Ventura, I will show you some exhibits. 2A404, who is it?
She worked for Sean.
We will call her Mia. When you gave your devices to the government, were they working?
No, they were broken.
Put up 602A for Miss Ventura and the jury only. What's on your skin?
Oil?
When did Sean first hurt you physically?
It started in the first year.
What staffer were present when Sean was physical with you?
At this moment, the defense objected on the grounds of physical is vague. Then the prosecution was more direct.
Punching, hitting. When did Sean first use violence on you?
In New York City, we were in a car with his security and he knocked me around.
What did he do?
He hit me in the side of the head. I fell to the floor of his Escalade.
In January 2009, did you attend an event in LA with Sean?
Yes.
What happened as you left?
I'd been speaking to a producer about music. Sean called me a slut. I hit him in the face. I had been drinking.
Did you see any injuries?
No, I was on the floor of the car and he stomped on my face.
How long did this last?
10 minutes, then I tried to get away, but Sean's security brought me back.
Who?
Roger Bonds.
What did they tell you?
To go to a hotel, they snuck me into the hotel covered up so no one could see my face.
How long were you at the London hotel?
A week, a little more, an assistant brought me ice cream.
What was the assistant's name?
Genevieve.
Did you feel you could leave the London hotel?
No, I understood his capability, his access to guns, the threats he made.
When you were taken to the hotel after the assault?
Trust me, we know that didn't make sense, but let's continue.
No,
Did you know that this assault incident was reported?
I know there was a blind item on the internet without our names.
Who raised the blind item to you?
My mother.
At this moment, the defense objected. It wasn't said what grounds, but the prosecution then said.
Not for the truth.
Then the judge overruled the defense's objection.
This was before FaceTime was very popular, so I could hide myself. She asked if it was me.
What did you say?
No, I did not want my mother to know something of that magnitude and be in danger.
When you went to a party with your girlfriends, what happened?
I saw executives from Bet, then I heard that Sean was there.
What did you do?
I left, I ran out as fast as I could.
Why?
I thought he was angry.
Did he come to the hotel where you were staying?
Yes, he beat me up and called me names. My face was bruised.
This photo, who is it?
Scott Mescutie, known as Kid Cutie, we dated in 2011.
Did Sean find out?
Yes, in my phone. Sean went through my phone during a freak out. He found an email.
About what?
Taking my toiletry bag to Scott's the next day, Sean put a wine opener in his hand and TH'd me. I called Scott on a burner phone.
Where did you go?
To Scott's house, then I talked with Capricorn Clark, one of Sean's assistants.
Then what?
I went to the house Sean was staying at. He told me he would release videos and hurt Scott and I.
What videos?
Freak-off videos of me. Sean kicked me in the back. I got a bruise.
Where'd you go?
To my hotel with the burner phone. The room was torn up. Someone peed all over the floor, pooped in the toilet and didn't flush it. It was gross. This was just before Christmas. I sent an email to my mom and Capricorn from my flight to Boston and Connecticut.
What did you write?
That Sean said he would release the tape of me on Christmas and he did Scott and I hurt. He said he would be out of the country then.
What are these photographs?
My mother took them in Connecticut of the bruise on my back.
Were you entirely honest with your mother about the upset?
No, I said this was the first time.
Did you tell her about the freak-offs?
No, is it possible to take a break?
At this moment, Cassie asked to take a break. The reason is unclear, perhaps because of her pregnancy, or maybe the questions were making her uncomfortable that she needed a break. What do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Let's continue. Once they came back, the judge asked the prosecution how much longer were they planning to question Cassie. The prosecution said 1 more hour, and that their goal was to finish the direct and allow the start of cross-examination today. Then they continued. Did anyone come to see you in Connecticut?
Scott did for a few days. I broke it off with him. It was too dangerous.
At this moment, the defense objected, and the judge overruled it.
Sean said he would hurt both of us.
Where did you go after Connecticut?
I went to see Sean. He was in Arizona, his son college. I told my mother I was going to LA for work.
Did Sean talk about Scott's car?
Sean said he wanted Scott's friends to see Scott's car blown up.
What happened next?
We met Sean, Scott, and me. Scott said, "What about my vehicle?" And Sean said, "What vehicle?" And that was the end of the meeting.
Put up the photo. What is this?
Me and Sean in Kingston, Jamaica for Sound Clash.
Were you bruised?
Yes.
And this photo, what is it?
Me in Sean's bathroom, September 18th, 2015.
What were you doing there?
Recuperating from being beaten up by Sean in Las Vegas. We were having an after party in our suite. I talked to a producer and Sean tapped me on the shoulder, called me into our room and beat me, keyed me as I tried to hide behind the toilet.
What stopped it?
D-Rock and James Cruz came in. It made D-Rock sad.
What are these communications?
From D-Rock to me, he says, "Where you at? It's time to ice your face."
Why?
I had just been beaten up by Sean.
Were these all the times he beat you?
No, there were more.
With who else did you see Sean be violent?
I saw him drag an assistant out of bed. I saw him punch Eli or Ely in his head. One time in Turks and Caicos, he dragged a person. I believe we had a freak-off in Turks and Caicos.
What floor did you live on in 875 Comstock?
17th floor.
Did a friend stay with you?
Yes, Sean came and held her and threw her on the patio furniture out on the balcony. I saw Sean bring her back in from over the balcony, then throw her on the patio furniture.
And Carrie Morgan?
I saw Sean hit her in the head.
Did you get D on your own?
Occasional dealers, Oids, Z-Packs, Valium. Sean would put the pills in a vitamin C bottle on the sink in the New York apartment. He'd say, "You can take them." He had doctors who would write the scripts in the name of an assistant or in my name.
Your brother's birthday party in Connecticut in 2013. What happened?
My mother told me someone was taking pictures of me. I went and pewed her in the head.
You testified your relationship with Sean ended in 2018. How was your health?
I was sleepwalking. I had PTSD.
At this moment, the defense objected, but the judge overruled it. What's this?
A photo of my front door in 2018.
Publish it to the jury. Why is there a K there?
Sean was coming around a lot, so I had it.
August 2018, what happened?
We were having a closure conversation at a restaurant in Malibu. He was trying to convince me to go to Burning Man.
Were you seeing anyone?
My now husband.
What happened next?
Sean came to my house and rad me on my living room floor. His eyes were black. It was like taking something from you.
You cried. What did Sean do?
He continued and fed inside of me, then he got up and left.
Did you ever have S with him again?
Yes, voluntarily. We had a good night. I went back to his house.
Can you explain why you did that, after he raw *****D you?
We had been together 10 years.
Who did you stay in touch with?
Most people, though I pulled away.
What did you message Sean about after that?
Just checking in.
What did he send you?
That he had iPads full of images, get him his money.
Money back for what?
For having paid my now husband to be my trainer.
What did you write back?
Do you want me to tell the truth? It's much deeper than iPads. There was ***C more than free coughs. There was a time I couldn't take the pain, tried to walk out in traffic. My husband wouldn't let me. I had trauma therapy.
Did you write?
A book with chapters. My mom helped.
What did you want with the book?
That Sean read it.
What pain did Sean put you through?
Shame to carry the things that were shameful for him. I took on a lot of responsibility for that I never should have. He brought the concept to me when I was 22. It was expected of me. I felt terrible.
How did you get chapters to Sean?
Through my attorney, and I reached out to KK. I asked her if he read it. She said it was not taken seriously.
How much did you ask for the book?
$30 million.
Did you sue?
November 2023.
What happened with the lawsuit?
It settled for $20 million in 24 hours.
Why are you testifying in this trial?
I can't carry this anymore. What's wrong is wrong. I treated people like they were disposable, escorts, anybody.
How many freak-offs did you have with Sean?
Impossible to know, hundreds.
After you broke up with Sean, did you ever do a freak-off?
No.
No further questions. At this moment, the prosecution asked for a sidebar before cross-examination. After the sidebar, the judge said, "Why don't we put off the cross until tomorrow?" The prosecution responded with,
We'd like to start now to be sure to finish.
Then the judge asked the defense, and defense proceeded to say she will be finished by the end of the week, so they ended up not doing a cross-examination. That was it for day 2 of Cassie Ventura's testimony for the day. What did you think about it? Do you think this can convince the jury enough to convict Diddy? Let me know in the comments down below. As we speak, we are compiling the full testimony from Cassie Ventura today and will release it fully. Stay tuned.